Australian International Music Show. Jeff Martin has been, teaching the plebs.
Teaching the plebs. They teach me more than I teach them.
It's an interesting thing. It must be very different for you as a performer to actually explain the craft to people who are fans and interested in what you do.
It can be. I'm more sorry. It's my birthday today, so I'm just.
Oh, happy birthday, Jeff!
Getting texts like you can't believe. But it's part and parcel, basically, of the way I perform. Anyways, like I've always in the concerts that I've done, I've tried to keep the distance between the audience and the performance as minimal as possible. And one way of doing that is to let them into the emotional juxtaposition that occurs within a song, and so I try to explain myself as best as possible. And so this is just much more intimate. So I think I can be a little bit more insightful, or perhaps they'll get more insight out of it. So.
What's the most common thing people, such as the audience that you had this morning, would ask?
Well, if it's a muso, usually it's a guitar player, so usually the different tunings that I use. So I guess I'm pretty well known for exploring alternate tunings on the guitar. And then if it's just for people that, people that appreciate the songwriting, they're very fascinated with the emotional content of the songs, because the stuff that I've done with the Tea Party and since, so it's very powerful, emotive music, even though it's rock music. It's just it can grab the heartstrings. They want to know where it comes from. And simply put, it just comes from a place of honesty and empiricism. I've been very fortunate in my life to have a great degree of success. So what I've used it for is to travel the world. And my experiences that come from traveling the world, I put back into the music that I make.
Yeah. It's interesting that you have travelled the world and have now chosen Australia to live. Was that a major decision?
It wasn't hard.
No?
No. Australia for me, it's just been this long-standing love affair that started in the early days of the Tea Party, and I immediately felt like it was my home here. And I'm not a fan of Canadian winters, so there's none of that here, which is good. And just a lot of family here now and friends, and it's just it's a lifestyle that's very conducive to the way I want to live the rest of my life.
Does that mean Tea Party is now a thing of the past?
Oh yeah, Tea Party was a thing of the past 5 years ago. So but there's bigger and better things coming. So.
Yeah, but obviously a lot of fans in this country.
Oh yeah,
they must often ask you the question about putting it back here.
They do, but they also know that. It was a time and place, and the music that I'm creating now, like with what I did with the Armada and now this new band that's coming out, it's just a continuation of what I did with the Tea Party. I was the songwriter in that band, and it's just different musicians now. I'm surrounded in the situation. It was special. The Tea Party was definitely very special, but I continue to be blessed with great musicians to work with. So I guess in my songwriting, I would hope that it's perceived that what I'm doing is just an evolution of where the Tea Party was at.
So tell me about this new band then.
The new band is Jay Cortez, formerly of the Armada, with myself, and but he also was he's one part of the Sleepy Jackson, and Malcolm Clark, who was the drummer of Sleepy Jackson, and Malcolm was a well-known session musician here in Australia, playing the bass with Birds and Bob Evans and things like that. So the combination of the two of them and myself, I've just got another incredible rhythm section behind me. And it's a very, very powerful rock, the trio again. So I'm very excited for the future.
What's the name?
Don't know. Yeah. So don't know. I don't want to confuse people anymore. So it just might be something like the Jeff Martin Band or whatever. But we'll sort that out. The most important thing right now is the music, and that's what we're recording in Perth at the moment. It'll be mixed in 301 Byron Bay in November and out in the beginning of the new year.
Wow, good stuff. Well, Jeff Martin, good to have you here at Undercover.
Thank you.